Hi folks, I've just uploaded a few clips, a bit of an update, a bit of a tour around, a bit of a look at stuff what's going on. I found these going under the black and red currants, but I just stuck a few round, if you remember, on that front bed. And these are probably the best I've ever grown. Something in that mulch and bark chippings, I think. Got to do all my beds like that. Yeah, an interesting channel, Cats 50. I say it later in video, but wrong. Cats 50. Check his channel out. I'll put a link in below. He's got some interesting grafts. He's even grafting tomatoes and potatoes, so interesting to go and look at. He did a great one with some pumpkins and cucumbers. I've got to do that. I've got some cucumbers and pumpkins planted, and I need some cucumber reserves. Mine are not doing very well, but anyway, I'll not blah blah blah, I'll get on with it. It's nice to be nice. Well, this is my tomato graft update. I'm getting some life in potatoes. That's as far as I am. As I said before, or I said later, I've had some problem with corn. Still trying with them, and I've put some more seed in, and I've done another 10, and I've put 2 or 3, well, I rest at packet as about 2 to 3 kernels in each, so hopefully that'll fill it up. Quite disastrous, but this is chicory. I've started it like this because slugs usually get everything before I get to control it, so what I'll probably do is just cut them out and then just plug them in. There'll be 10 out of all them. I put quite a few in just because of germination rates. I think I'm going to try some in a 20 litre bucket and then just grow them, cut tops off, bring them in, and then force them in winter if they do well. But these ones are going in the ground. These are pumpkins and cucumber. They are all marked. It's just written on sides. But I'm going to, mine are not very good outside my cucumbers at the minute, so these are reserves, but also I'm going to try and graft them onto pumpkin rootstock. These are the beds out front. As you see, they've gone nuts now. It's warmed up. These are currants, which are started from cuttings, and they get the colouring up. These strawberries have set out runners now. I'm going to try and I'm going to put these in pots and trying to get them to root, and so I can place them where I want them. Some of them are taking root, but I want to see if I can get a few strawberries off these as well. Then put some energy into that. This mustard, ruby streak mustard, fantastic looking plant. It's great to eat. I'm going to harvest some of this, and again, some of it's coming into flower, so I'll be saving seeds. It's really good. I'll just show you these. All this parsley. What we're going to do is just going to chop it, use what we can use and freeze rest of it, and it'll come back. There's 5 or 6 plants along the front here. There's some more at back as well, what I've got in a wicking pot. And the radishes are all coming on. I just gorillaed them in. A lot of these are ready for harvest, so I think I'll be eating some of them today. I managed to get some posts. I started turning this one laterally, and hopefully I'll be able to train it up and over. That'll go in more standard cordon way. I left that one on because it's got the only pair on. Now hopefully this will survive, because I found some firebrand on it, or fire blight. So what I think it had all died off at ends and gone black, so I've cut it back, cleaned everything, but got to look at that. So if I have to replace it, I'll have to look for a resistant variety. I did extend this bed through just so I could up to edge at post, and I sort of nicked that corner off so we could get through with mower. I've got to I'll just put a piece of turf from there onto there because I run out of chips. So Jay, can you send me some chips, mate? So I'm going to cardboard that all the way up to this post and maybe just round end, and basically then there's less grass to mow. There might be something coming into this open area in here that you can get round again with mower. Don't know yet. I've got some more gojies to plant. That's one of my gojies. That's one at cuttings. It's doing quite well, but it's quite floppy and laid down, but it's been in there a while. I've got some others in pots which I really do need to get in ground somewhere. And seems to have got some nuts on the hazelnut tree. Quite pleased at that. There's not many, but there's some, which is always a bonus. Bad news on grafts. The two that looked like they were making it, look, that little green leaf has just about shriveled up and died. So, and problem is, I've noticed this is quite wobbly now. And out of the kitchen window I did notice the birdies keep landing on him. So that next time I'll have to tape it harder with whatever I do next year. But with all practice, it's not a complete disaster. The tomatoes have bounced back well, which I'm very pleased about. I was quite worried about them. So, obviously, in flower now. I've got to tie these up properly, so I've got to clear this space. I've got some more tomatoes here, which these are the basil, which I want to bring them on anyway. There's some other bits and pieces. Some marigolds and various other bits. That's some cutting leaves that need cutting. Some sad basil. And some other flowers and stuff. There was a pepper there. Some not so sad basil. And some harvested cutting leaf celery. We've been eating that as well. This down here is the pumpkin, which I'm going to carve. First up, peas filling out. Not quite full, but there's quite a few peas on that now. And flowers. And that's like a second planting what I did in front of it. Well, what me and kids did. It's quite overplanted, but I'm sure we'll get some peas and some seed for next year. And the yacon, not looking fantastic, but it's got loads of new growth coming on at the bottom of the stems, so I'm hoping that's a good thing. And new growth on ends on these are alright, that's not doing very much. That's alright, and that's alright. And so these bigger leaves died off after that hailstorm. I should really cut them off, I suppose. But hopefully it'll pull through and we'll get some yacon. That's a weed. These are all them lettuces that are planted early, and we're still picking off them. We've used ones out back that were in tubs, but I'll show you all of it. Look at them. They're the other goji berries. They're looking a bit sad. They've been too long in them pots. Really need to sort that out. But we're still picking off all them, as you can see, and they just grow back. Super. I like that Lola Rosa as well. Very nice. My onions are having a better hard time. The dogs walk up and down there, which, so it's flattened them all basically. So that's something I've got to watch for. But we're getting some onions from them. I did put some of the spring onion types in, so we'll be using them. And these are my cucumbers. Oh, I fell over. And these are my cucumbers. Very sad. What's happened here is I thought they were watered. And my wife thought they were watered, so they didn't get watered for a couple of days. So I have planted some more and some more melons. I'm going to try a little grafting with that, like Cat's 50-50. Paul from Sheffield, I saw a graft what he did, fantastic, loved it. Makes the cucumbers grow really fast and big. Yeah, bok choy and volunteer potato, getting through the black plastic. I've got two minds over this black plastic. Some of the stuff seems really slow. These flowers what I planted are exactly the same as them. The marigolds, they're exactly the same as them at the same age, and they're really stunted. This stuff doesn't need to be going away very fast either, so it might be just too warm. This is a Savoy here. That's a Savoy, that's a broccoli. These are kohlrabi. Although the kohlrabis are coming on. Again, more picking lettuce to pick at. I had some broccoli here we've harvested and eaten, so I did put some chard down here, but the slugs got it. Some of it's surviving, some of it's it looks a bit dodgy, so I'll find something to put in there. These are the Cherokee Trailatias and the other two monastery beans. These have come on, put 10 in. Well, I put 9, I got 9 starts and I just stuck another seed in there and that's just caught up. So they're coming on all right. I'll have to get them wired up to here. It's not very high, but they'll probably just all hang over the back, I hope. this carrot bed. I sacrificed half for it for beans. These are ones that slugs haven't eaten, but what I have done is I've filled in all gaps with some more seeds. So some of them will go into them holes what I dug out. These are in the holes, so I'll still get some sort of idea what sort of carrots we'll get. Managed to get some of that corn in. I had really bad germination, but I've got some more in coming, and hopefully to fill that out. I plant them quite close together. They're about 20 centimetres apart, so but they tend to work for me every year. Lots of nasturtiums. Might have to move some of them. These strawberries have bounced back after the last raid. There's hundreds of strawberries on it. This is where some other tomatoes are going. There's a pepper plant there. I cut that back and mulched it, and I just put it all in that bed basically. That's a volunteer garlic, or 3 split. See what I get off that. That's why I've left it. The sunberry is doing really well. Well, I'm saying it's doing really well. I haven't seen tails, but I'm assuming it's doing really well. It's got lots of fruit all over it. Like little tomato trusses. So did get a bit of damage in that ale what we had. Just did a bit of damage to some of the plants. In this wicking basket here, I've got some mixed Chinese picking salad and some just red and green picking salad on the other side. Some of the stuff I'll pop a few out and plant them up. I've started some more lettuce and stuff just for well, not reserves, just to carry on as we're going. Just thought I'd show you this. It's a bamboo plant, growing my own garden canes. The artichoke's picked up, it's doing well. I've got 3 on at the minute, 4 on, 4 artichokes on. So I might be eating artichoke this year, first time front garden. Still ants and aphids, but it's also put 2 pups out. So what I'll do is I'll probably take them off later on in here and plant them other side by side, just to. So that's a full bed of artichokes. Pleased with that. Got to cut this back, shred it. Yeah, these are monastery beans. They've started to climb. Wicking pot's working well. Quite pleased with that. John Deere. Wellington boot. But yeah, they're doing quite well. So potatoes, I should be able to pull some of these in 10 days. I saw Dan pull £2.5 out of a 100-day bucket, although they're different. These are 2 different varieties, but I'm going to pull one and see what I get, and if it's not a lot on it, then I might just plant it back again like Dan did the other week. Be interesting to see what I get out of these. These are only 20 litres. I were quite worried, but Dan did one out of 15 litre, so I'm sure I've got enough soil in there, hopefully. They'll not make the kitchen.